Hello, today I want to go over what the one room concept is. Have you ever noticed that there's got to be a better way of doing things? What is that better way? Well, one of the things that we can do is we can invite the client in. The client comes in, he sits in this chair. We have our designer, our artist sit down over here across from him, and they go back and forth in the typical design session where they're covering the programming needs, the needs of the building, what it's going to look like, where it's at, and all those kind of things. And while they're going back and forth, we have another team of people down here, and what they're doing is they're utilizing Revit, one of our 3D modeling tools, to take this design, and while they're going back and forth, this design is going up to the camera, it goes up onto the big screen. So now the owner doesn't have to look upside down, and you can see on the big screen while they're having their conversation. And the team at this end, the SEAL Team 6 of the Revit world, sits down here, they can also see the screen. So, listening to their conversation, seeing the design develop, the team goes into the model and starts to develop it immediately. In real time, while they're over here sketching, doodling, and changing ideas, and making new ones, they're over here turning that into a 3D model that can be visualized. The problem is that typically in this process, you couldn't have an owner sit and wait and watch the team develop the 3D model because there's a lot of stuff down in the weeds that you don't want to get involved in where you're saving files and stuff of that nature. That would bore the client. So what we have is we have this interaction going back and forth. So while he's distracted over here with this process, and they're going back and forth, the team's over here actually working and bringing it up to another level where it's actually visually appealing and can be utilized for design at that point. One of the other things that we have going on in the room at the exact same time is we have another a projector that will throw up onto the back of one of these screens the 3D model. So the 3D model will be up as it develops. Not the focus. The sketch and the doodle is still the focus. But at some point, maybe an hour, 2 hours in, what happens is the owner will see the 3D model have developed and he'll point to it. And he'll begin to discuss or talk about how or what it is that he wants to change or add or likes or dislikes. In that process, when he does that, immediately we come in and we switch over to the model over to the main PC. So once what's over here on the big screen, all of a sudden the dynamic has changed. Now the back and forth design in the doodle is now transformed into a living 3D model. What they do is his hands and pen are now in this team. This team is going to continue to develop this model while they continue to go back and forth. The only difference being is that the artist's hands are this team, and this team is developing this model. Now the owner can visualize things from different perspectives and different ways and renderings and really visualize his experience a whole lot more in a more in-depth way. This allows him to make more influenced decisions about what it is that they want, get a more full picture. Now, the screen that we originally had the BIM model on is empty, so we need to fill it with something. We're going to fill it with what we call the dashboard. The dashboard will contain information, building information modeling, BIM. The I, information, is the important part. So we're going to put the information up here. We're going to put stuff up there like square footages, programming layout, color-coded. We're going to put up tonnage of steel, square foot areas of each room type for each program perhaps. And we'll dial this dashboard in for the client before the meeting. And this will give him or her a ability to look at the metrics of the building and then look at the actual visualization and make key design decisions. For instance, if the side of the building they wanted more glass and they start to add glass, that's fine. It's visually appealing. But when the owner sees the order of magnitude, how much the glass just cost them, it's a 2% increase on the total scope of the building. That allows them to make a decision with their budgets as to whether or not this is something that they want to continue to explore. This will eventually continue to build and build and build in the process. And then probably about hours 4 through 8, somewhere in that neighborhood, the model will be highly developed. And before the client leaves, one of the things that we can do via the cloud that we have is we can actually give him full-on renderings, many of them. We can process a rendering in minutes, not hours and days like it used to be via the cloud. So he can leave with that. Then in addition to that, we can also print drawings from the model. We can get sections, elevations, plans, 3D views, so on and so forth. And when they leave here, they actually leave with some content in their hands. And the other neat thing is that before they reach their office, when they get back, in their email inbox can be a walkthrough, where we can actually walk them through the building via the model and let them see and experience their building. This leads to a more complete design process where they really visualize and feel it and get their head really around the idea of what it is that they're trying to do. And we feel that this will lead to a quicker approval process and less changes later because there was more input and feeling more involved in the design of the building, thus quicker approvals. Thank you very much. This is what we call Design Plus. Have a good day.